Hi, I'm Tim Sheeser for TechSpot, and this is Google's 2013 Nexus 7, the brand new 7-inch tablet that is running Android 4.3. The front of this device features a 7-inch 1920 by 1200 IPS LCD display. Internally, there's a Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro system on a chip, which features a 1.5 GHz quad-core Crate 300 CPU, along with an Adreno 320 GPU. There's also 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage, although you can get a 32 GB model. Alongside these specs, you'll also find Wi-Fi 802.11n, as well as Bluetooth 4.0, NFC, and there's also an LTE model available if you want a data connection outside of your house. Big thanks to Negri Electronics, who sent out the Nexus 7 tablet for me to review today. No matter where you are in the world, these guys are the best choice for unlocked smartphones and tablets, getting new devices in stock the quickest, and also shipping them for the lowest prices. Check them out at negrielectronics.com. This year's Nexus 7 improves on the 2012 model in a number of ways. First of all, it is in the design. You'll see significantly less bezel to the left and right of the display, and it's also thinner and lighter than last year's model, coming in at under 300 grams and under 9mm thick. This significantly helps with the usability of this tablet, and even though there's a smaller battery compared to last year's model, software and firmware optimizations actually mean that you will get longer battery life. I found that you could get 9 hours of good video watching or Wi-Fi browsing on this tablet, or around 4 hours of solid gaming. The device is made of premium materials, including toughened Corning glass on the front, as well as soft touch plastic on the back. But perhaps the most premium aspect of this device is the 1920 by 1200 IPS display, which quite frankly is the best 7-inch display I've ever used on a tablet. Despite the low price point of this device, you're getting a really high quality display which is perfect for gaming and video watching. It has good contrast, good brightness, and outstanding color quality, which all put together make this a very, very solid display. On the performance side of things, apps and games are absolutely no match for the power of the Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro chipset that you'll find in this tablet. While it's not an enormous upgrade compared to the Tegra 3 chipset that was found in last year's Nexus 7 model, the Qualcomm chip does provide an additional amount of power that makes using the operating system as smooth as ever. Browsing performance is also very good, and you'll find that the graphics chip is significantly improved, allowing you to play games at essentially 60 frames per second in all conditions. Never once did I feel like the Nexus 7 was an underpowered tablet, and especially for the price point starting at just $220, I think that you'll be getting pretty much a high-end chipset for a low-end price. Another improvement compared to last year's model is the inclusion of a 5 megapixel rear camera. It's of average quality, it's quite good at reproducing colors accurately, but it's not as outstanding as I've seen on current smartphones, and as it's on a tablet, I don't think you'll be using it very often. I was also pleased with the extent of Google's software optimizations that you can find in Android 4.3. All the stock applications that are included on the device are optimized for the 7-inch display, showing you more information where necessary and generally being very easy to use. Unfortunately, the tablet applications that you can find in Google's Play Store aren't exactly up to scratch compared to what you can find in the iOS App Store. While there are some good tablet applications to be found, and there are a huge range of games to be played, I just felt as though the quality wasn't quite up there with what you can find if you got an iPad mini. Overall though, it's hard to ignore the $220 price point that this tablet sits at, and the premium hardware and specifications that you'll be getting in this device. The display is absolutely outstanding, it's slim, light, and easy to use, and the additions over last year's model make this an absolutely outstanding tablet that is definitely worth your money.